just look at Chelsea. They had no one in that side in extra time like Van Dijk to carry them through.
I mean, you can put a case for Silva, but he's not on the pitch.
Yeah, but he's not injured and he's nearly 105.
Yes, that's right.
Welcome to the latest episode of the award-winning Yahoo Footballing Weekly podcast with me, Neil Humphreys, and who I suspect might be the insufferable Chia Keong.
Yes, Yahoo editor Chia Keong. First of all, we're not going to stop talking about we won the silver medal for the Sports Podcast Award.
You're just winning everything this week, aren't you?
Right, that's right. So, thanks to all of y'all voting for us. We got the like I said, silver award, the Sports Podcast Award on the diverse voices. And we thank you for your support. We hope that they might come out with a medal soon. I don't know.
Where's the trophy? But we want a trophy.
Yeah, we want. But you must show proof, right? Otherwise, those people say it's true or not, right?
Otherwise, I will shamelessly go down to one of those trophy shops and I will make it myself. Please, organisers of the very prestigious global Sports Podcast Awards.
Absolutely.
Send us a trophy,
please.
A medal, a plaque, anything.
Yeah, anything.
We'll take anything. Anything we can
put. A screenshot is also will be welcome to.
Put it here. We don't mind.
Yeah.
But so that was silver.
Yep.
You are gold this week, man. Gold. Red shirt, celebrating. How'd you feel? Liverpool winning the Carabao Cup.
I think the manner which we won it makes it a bit like it's one of the more memorable finals of in recent memory. And the way we did it and the opponents that we've beaten, it really makes it a really satisfying night for most of all the Liverpool fans around. I mean, it's truly like Klopp said, quite a special win. Even though, yes, I know everybody's saying, it's just the Carabao Cup. Why are you all just making? It's just a minor Kurab Cup. Who the hell cares? But once you reach the final and then it just takes over. It's a beast of its own, you know. And when you're in the final, you don't think about how significant or what the cup is. You just want to win it, and the manner which we win it. I think there are three special things that made this win so special. First one is obviously the manner which we won it with youngsters, with academy players, 6 of them on the pitch during the extra time when we won it. So it was I mean, even I was following social media all throughout the match, and then when the team list came out, there was like the fans were understandably very, very worried, like no Nunes, no Salah, no Szoboszlai. Kids. Although we want to support them, but you can feel that sense of anxiousness. Everybody's like saying, we better win it by 90 minutes because the longer it goes, I don't think we're not sure how the players will respond, right? And it's just surreal to see it in the extra time. We are actually playing. They're actually playing better than Chelsea did, and although our captain got the goal, I think the 6 youth academy players, it sort of like subverts the whole trope of the Carabao Cup, right?
Yep.
You know, every time we say, Carabao Cup, everybody will play their youth academy players. And in a sense, it is like a derogatory kind of things, like it's a throwaway, unimportant match. That's why we're putting on the players. But Jurgen Klopp puts them in at the most crucial moments because he puts this entire faith and trust in you, like you said in your column. And that makes it subverts that trope and makes it really a memorable thing for us.
So that's number one. You said there were 3.
Yeah. You have any thoughts first on the thing?
Right. Well, first thing I'll say to all Liverpool fans is savour this moment. Savour it because you will never replace that man in the dugout. You won't. Jurgen Klopp, no other manager could have won that final the way he did, right? And it's not just a matter of playing young players. I know the silly, facile argument is, well, Chelsea's players were even younger. Yeah, Chelsea's players cost $1 billion. They are some of the world's best, in inverted commas, young players available. It's not that. Jurgen Klopp teaches his boys to play with utter fearlessness. I have never seen so many young players play without fear. And it's not a coincidence. As I said in my column, he makes the academy boys and the first teamers play together, train together, eat together, play the same tactics together, the same formations together. So it is so seamless. In the old days, you stepped up from the youth team to the first team. It was a chasm. It's seamless at Liverpool. That's number one. They've got a youth structure in place for the best part of a decade. Chelsea has nothing. It's just quick buy this one, buy that one, throw crap at the wall and hope it sticks, right? So he has a youth structure, Chelsea don't. They have a playing setup that Chelsea don't have. They have a formation in place, a style of play throughout the squad that Chelsea don't have. Put all that together, and of course the kids play without fear because it's so ingrained, and there is no other manager who does this better than Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, and that's the second special reason why I said this final was so special. It's Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah,
I think there was when he announced that he was going to leave at the end of the season, the first instinct of all fans said, "Oh yes, we must definitely send him off with a victory, a cup win one of the 4 competitions that we are in."
Yep.
And it becomes a bit of like a pressure that I don't know whether the players felt it or not, or the club felt it or not. All of them wanted to make that breakthrough, get at least one trophy to send off Klopp. And when they finally did it at the final whistle on Sunday, it was like it's a release of a lot of anxiety. Like I said, yes, we finally say, okay, you can go and we have at least one trophy to talk about. And obviously it builds up to come to the upcoming matches. And although I've also seen people say you all might have won the Carabao battle, but you might lose the league EPL war because obviously the injuries are piling up and it's going to be a big struggle if we continue on with the FA Cup and the Europa Cup campaign, and as well as the Premier League matches. It's going to be a major test for the team, make no mistake about it. But the thing is that now it's a bit less stressful. I feel that I think a weight has been lifted off from the fan base.
Yep.
And I think it's better now that we can sort of like enjoy whatever comes next.
Yep.
And just be prepared to happily send Klopp off right at the end of the season. Doesn't matter whether we win any more trophies, I hope. Yeah.
Is that all 3, or you still got one more?
So the last one is the third one is the team that we beat, Chelsea. It's like a, if any other team might not be so resonant with the crowd, but Chelsea is just the perfect opponent to stick it in,
Because you got all those Champions League battles.
Yes.
You've got a rivalry that goes back almost
there's
20 years.
a bit of simmering rivalry.
Yeah.
And then Gary Neville, gave the perfect name to that team, $1 billion bottle jobs. Wonderful. But yeah, the way that the youngsters stick it to people like Caicedo and Fernandes, all £100 million players. Mudryk was like 90 million, wasn't that much. And the way they push forward during the extra time, even Chelsea might be tired, but we still gave it to them. And in India you can see the fear in the team. And then Pochettino inexplicably said he wants to play for penalties. You had Liverpool on the ropes in the last 50 minutes of normal time, and you still say you want to play for penalties. This is like the whole feeling of beating a dysfunctional team, a team that is the antithesis of all we tried to do to build Liverpool as. It's really satisfying. It's really special.
Yeah, I get it. He's milking it. But I get it.
Sorry, Chelsea fans.
But you're right about Chelsea. I was always a big fan of Pochettino. I liked his style of play at Tottenham. But on this one, Pochettino has a case to answer. He is fighting to save his job. Because when I saw that game, I'm thinking, why in the last 30 minutes, as you mentioned, you're so sterile, both sides of the pitch. Where's the inspiration? Why did you not change tactics? Why did you not use all your substitutes? And you can almost hear that sound. That's Tottenham fans laughing, because Tottenham fans have been saying this for years, that you could You could set your clock by his substitutions, always on the hour mark, 2 or 3 substitutions. He didn't transform the game from the touchline in any way. When it was going into extra time, as you said, they sat back. It was so conservative. Why? So many questions. Why didn't you change the lineup? Why didn't you use all your substitutions? Why did you allow your midfield to be bullied with kids? And if he doesn't answer these questions, why there was no leadership on or off the pitch, he's gone at the end of the season. Which brings me to our next point. Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is not only magnificent, he showcases everything that Chelsea do not have. How can you spend $1 billion, £1 billion, whatever it is, at Chelsea and not have a single leader like Van Dijk? You can't win a title without a galvanising leader. I mean, Liverpool have got more than one. They've got Van Dijk, they've got Alexander-Arnold, they've got Alisson and so on. But just look at Chelsea. They had no one in that side in extra time like Van Dijk to carry them through.
I mean, you can put a case for Silva, but he's not on the pitch.
Yeah, but he's not injured and he's nearly 105.
Yes, that's right.
So, you don't have a John Terry, you don't have a Didier Drogba, you don't have a Frank Lampard, you don't have a Petr Cech, you don't have anybody like that in $1 billion squad. So when Van Dijk scores that winner, you see the boys jumping on him. It's almost like kids jumping on a father at a birthday party. That's how happy they were. They adore that man. They revere that man. $1 billion spent, and Chelsea have got no one, no leaders.
Inexplicably bad purchasing decision by Todd Boehly and the teams to assemble such an expensive team, but all, like you say, no leaders, no scorers.
Yep.
It's just a classic case of how not to build a team.
Couldn't agree more. And last point on Chelsea, how much sympathy do I have for Chelsea? This much. None. Zero. Zilch. Because I'm fed up with these American hedge fund frat boys trying to run their football clubs like it's a Moneyball hedge fund. They are not stocks and shares. They are human beings. You can't just play these stupid, cheesy college Moneyball games with an English Premier League football club. You can't. Mudryk is a £90 million waste of time. Yep. You've got £200 million in central midfield. Caicedo, as you mentioned, and Fernandes. And the kids from the academy run rings around them.
Takes the kick.
Right?
Yeah.
Football is not played on a spreadsheet. Football cannot be put together as a data software hedge fund package, right? It involves moving parts, different personalities, different psychologies. And I don't even think any manager can fix Chelsea at the moment. And that's all down to Todd Boehly and his frat boy hedge fund geeky friends who keep trying to run their football club like it's a spreadsheet.
Wonderful. What are your thoughts on the final?
Let us know.
Let us know. Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Now, let's get to the title race. Probably the most open, right?
Tighter and tighter.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm going to say that I love, right? I'm going to say this first about Arsenal. Arsenal are being completely disrespected at the moment. Completely disrespected. And it's great. It's absolutely great for Arsenal because I can't believe, Keong, how the two clubs have turned upside down. Yeah. Arsenal are smashing everybody and we're all waiting for them to flop. Man City are barely winning games. 1-0, scraping victories, not playing well, looking nervous, looking like Arsenal, right? So you've got Manchester City looking like Arsenal and Arsenal looking like Manchester City. And all we can say is, anytime now, Arsenal will flop.
Anytime now, Man City will go.
It is completely disrespectful to Arsenal, but it's the best thing for them because it keeps all the pressure away.
Exactly. And I will argue that right now, Arsenal are playing better football than Liverpool or Manchester City.
And just to add to that, they're even what we normally associate with Manchester City. They're dropping players in and out and they're going in seamlessly. Jorginho went in at the weekend against Newcastle. Fantastic.
Yeah. And you know, they have not lost this year in the league.
Yeah.
Although the Champions League they lost, and you know they're scoring goals for fun, and it's all I think they're finally starting to click the midfield and the front line. I think it might be a blessing in disguise that Gabriel Jesus is out. It just makes I think the team suddenly felt balance.
Yep.
And you know, with Declan Rice controlling the midfield, and then Martinelli and Saka doing their wonder work in the wings. Everything just seems to click right now.
Great point. It's all, again, same point, my friend. It's almost as if they're like Manchester City, the old false nine Manchester City, where they were just ping-ponging goals all around the front four. That's what they're doing at the moment. And I really say this seriously. The more they're disrespected, the more they're written off, the more they will keep just playing below the radar. Yeah. Everyone's ignoring them. Everyone's focusing on Liverpool and Manchester City and just waiting for Arsenal to flop. And
don't forget, I think Arsenal will play both Liverpool and Manchester City in their run-up to the thing. And run-up to the thing, they might just very well nicked it in. You know, there's a good chance that if they keep playing this way and if they stay injury-free, who knows? I think they stand a much better chance right now than maybe about in December when they're struggling a bit. Yeah.
And I also think Manchester City, how about this? Manchester City and Liverpool, I think, are in an identical position where for them, I think it's easier to win the Champions League than it is to win the English Premier League. The general European standard is quite poor this year, right? Yeah. Everyone's in transition. Real Madrid, okay. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG. They should beat all of them. So what a swan song for Klopp and Guardiola, back-to-back Champions Leagues. No English team has ever done it in the modern era. He wants that kind of legacy. Right. So maybe, who knows?
Who knows, man? It's shaping up to be a wonderful race right until the end.
Absolutely. Now, we've got to have a quick go on. What was you going to say?
Now we're going to talk about a team that won't be in the race.
Yes. Manchester United. You see, I'm looking more and more like Nostradamus every day because I said at the start of the season, Rasmus Højlund. And once again, he wasn't playing and they reverted back to being rubbish, right?
Absolutely rubbish.
And I'm going to say this again. United still lack any form of coherent organisation. And there's one way you can absolutely pinpoint it. In the final moments of that game against Fulham, 1-1, they should have shut down shop or whatever. It was an organisational catastrophe that allowed them to lose that game. Yeah. Firstly, you've got, what's his name? The centre-back. I forgot his name.
Maguire.
Got him. He was out of position. Lindelof. You got Lindelof as an auxiliary fullback. He gets caught in, he's out of the picture. Then Maguire out of position. You've got two players in the wrong place at the wrong time. That is organisational. That goal should have been settled on the training ground. They still have deeply entrenched organisational, positional problems at that club that Ten Hag has not solved all season.
Yeah, and the way they try to press and then doesn't look like they know how to press properly. It's amazing that, I mean, after 2 seasons that Ten Hag still hasn't sold the team on how to press properly, how to defend properly, and that's really down to him. And to take the cake right after they lost, and then he still says, oh, the bigger picture is actually looking very good for Manchester United. And you know, like, what are you talking about?
How is he looking at this big picture? Blindfolded.
There is a thing about being defiant. Yes, you know, even when you lose, and then you're saying that no, okay, our backs are against the wall. We need to, you know, we want to stay positive or something like that. Then there's nothing about this kind of delusion. This is totally being delusional to what every fan in Old Trafford or in watching the match could see, that you know, already 2 years and you still can't build a cohesiveness. Then there's something wrong with what you have been teaching.
Yeah,
and I fear for him. When the season's over, Jim Ratcliffe, I don't think he's a very patient man, and if results don't satisfy him until the end of the season, it's very easy to see Erik ten Hag getting the sack.
Yeah. He's got a very different view on what the big picture looks like, I think. He's going to see a smudgy mess. And Radcliffe's going to say, thank you, bye. But as always, let us know what you think. Send all of your comments to
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Okay, we'll wrap this up, as always, with some predictions. Yeah. Big games this week.
Big games.
Manchester derby. City at home against United. What do you think?
As much as I hope that Man United can take a couple of points off Man City, sort of like derail the Man City's charge towards the title. I don't see it. I think Man City going to win it 3-1.
Yeah, I was going to go with that. I think if my boy Rasmus plays, I think he'll score. But I'll go 2-1. Is he out for a while?
2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, is he? Okay, then forget it. 2-0 Manchester City. Right, Liverpool. What's happening? Tricky one.
Yeah.
Away to Nottingham Forest.
And then Forest are in desperate times to get out of the relegation. I think we might just barely have what it takes to take a 1-0 win. And just hold on for dear lives. Bring on the kids, man. Bring on the kids.
Bring on the kids. Bring on it. No bottle jobs in that team.
I think all the fans are saying, no problem. Bring on the kids. Just
honestly,
bring on the kids.
It's like watching Kindergarten Cop when you watch Liverpool. All right, I'll go with that. I think a narrow 1-0 win to Liverpool. Right, last one. Sheffield United at home to Arsenal.
This is where you want to watch if you want to watch goals, I think.
Banana
5-0, I think.
You think 5-0? No, I'm just kidding. Of course.
They're fighting among themselves. The players are fighting among themselves.
Did you see that? It's the first time any of them have hit the target when they're hitting each other.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'll go 4-0. 4-0. All right, folks, that'll do it for this week. Thank you as always. But you do not
miss part 2.
Exactly. Go on, you tell them.
Do not miss part 2 as we have a very special guest with us. The Singapore national head coach, Tsutomu Ogura.
Yeah, and this is all down to you. Your comments, your interaction week on week. You talk about the national team. You talk about what needs to be done. We are going to put your questions to the new national coach of Singapore. That'll be in part 2 coming out tomorrow. You do not want to miss it.
Don't miss it.
So take care and we'll see you very soon.
See you.